Have you guys ever wondered why your coaches make you do long runs such as miles when you play sports like basketball or you just sprint? Yeah, it's actually a thing. And my name is MICTASHA MICKLE, and I will be talking to you all about the 12-minute walk slash run or run slash walk. What is it? It is a test to measure your aerobic fitness. Also, you can measure your VO2 max with this, and it's also sometimes called the Cooper test, which they do in soccer at our school. But in our class, we would do ours on the track. Our track is measured. The full length of the track is 400 meters. Before you all participate in this test, of course, we will warm you guys up so your muscles and everything will be loose and you'll be ready to run. We will start you guys on the starting line of the track, or the mile marker where that starts, and we'll line y'all up. We'll start the clock for 12 minutes, and we got you guys will run, you guys will run as fast as you can go for 12 minutes. And of course, if you have to walk, you can walk. That's why it's called a 12-minute walk slash run. And plus, you know, I probably couldn't run the whole 12 minutes. So this test is measured within miles. So of course, some people may run more than a mile, but some people may not. If you're walking, you probably won't get a whole mile in. The idea of the test is to figure out your endurance level and your VO2 max and see how far you can actually go within 12 minutes. It's not really how fast you can go, but it's how far you can go, which you kind of have to be a little fast in it. The mileage is broken up into sections of their percentiles and sections. They're different between your gender, which is male and female, and the age groups are 20 through 29, which we will be using, and 38 through 39, and also 40 through 49. The article which I chose to help me with the 12-minute run slash walk was a study of the physiological trait of sportsmen with different aerobic capacities. In this article, they did a study with 40 men, and they broke them up into two groups. So there was 20 in one group and 20 in one group in the other group. And the other one was low aerobic capacity and the other one was high aerobic capacity. They measured it in quality and also in quantity. This was a sub-maximal test, which ranges from, the ranges of the beats per minute was from 130 to 150. Also, when they chose the men, they were in the ages of 17 through 25, so they would still use that first bracket that we will be using when we do our test of the 20 through 29. But the men were all from India, and also they were randomly selected. In the article, they chose components of which they wanted to measure, and their first component was resting heart rate. The second one was hemoglobin levels, and the third one was blood pressure, systolic and also diastolic, and then the last one was the total body weight. There were two different groups towards the end which they had selected, and one was high aerobic capacity, which in their results they showed that the high aerobic capacity had more endurance and they had lower pulse rates, and then the low aerobic capacity had higher blood pressure levels. And that makes sense because that person would be the more sedentary person, since their blood pressure levels are high, and then their aerobic capacity, meaning they didn't have as much endurance as the others. So you could kind of, you know, assume that they sat around more than like exercising and stuff. So yeah. And a fun fact that I looked up for you guys were physically active people have a 60% lower risk of Alzheimer's disease than a more sedentary person. Every time at track practice, when we have a long warm-up or a long cool-down, I'm always the one that's like, oh, why do we have to run all this? But then the more I run, I understand that it's for my endurance. And that's how I'm a 400 runner to this day, because I could just run and run, but not too long. Thank you guys for watching my video. I hope you guys learned a little more about the 12-minute walk slash run slash walk.